As we all know, Halloween may be right around the corner, but fall is also a time for open enrollment in our healthcare plans, and it sometimes gets a little scary.
It can be confusing, but joining us now is Paul Brant. He is the Vice President of Sales and Account Management at UnitedHealthcare in Connecticut. Thanks for being with us, Paul.
Glad to be here.
So, Paul, let me start. Why is open enrollment period so important? I guess, first of all, I mean, I kind of know, but can you tell us a little why?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, open enrollment's an opportunity for folks to choose a plan that's right for them, particularly with this whole pandemic and COVID-19. Personal situations may have changed, and people need to consider what's right for them, for their budget, as well as for their healthcare needs.
You know, and there isn't a one-size solution. So you recommend that people start going to some open houses, sort of, to see what plans there are?
Yep. So open enrollment's all about knowing the right plan for you. And it depends on the type of coverage you have. There's approximately 170 million people in the country that have employer-sponsored plans, as well as over 67 million people that have that are eligible for Medicare. So there's a lot of folks out there. The employer-sponsored plans usually occur during the fall for January 1st effective date. And for Medicare, it's actually started last week, and it's going to go on through December 7th. So it's important to make sure that you tackle everything and be on top of it.
And what happens on December 8th if I haven't made a decision by December 7th?
Yeah, you know, it's a great question. You're kind of out of luck, unless sometimes the government may extend the open enrollment period. But in this case, I don't know that for a fact. So you want to jump on it early. You want to look at the materials, and you want to make sure you're well informed.
And does it mean you get stuck with the same thing you had the year before, and you don't get a chance to break out of it for another year?
Yeah, you know, Scott, it's a really good point. If you don't make a decision, you don't look at the information, you may be stuck with that decision for the year, and you don't want to have surprises for next year. So you want to think about your budget, you want to think about your healthcare needs, and you want to plan ahead so you make a good decision for the upcoming year.
And also, you want to look ahead because let's say you know you're going to be having a baby or you know you're going to need some surgery. That may change your healthcare needs, and you want to align with the plan that's going to cover you the best.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, folks should really think about what next year, what they will need to have next year. And there's other areas to consider too. You might be on medication. So look at the pharmacy plan or maybe the pharmacy plan options that are available to you. Look at the reference guides. Look for those low-cost options for those drugs so that you can help build within your budget what will be affordable for you.
And you say something I hadn't heard before. You should find a plan that has a healthcare advocate that can help you make the most of it. Is that like a coach? Because I always feel like I wish there was just someone I could call that would tell me the right way to do it.
Yeah, that's right. So a lot of plans do have healthcare advocates, and what they can do is help folks navigate through the healthcare system. UnitedHealthcare has healthcare advocates that actually identify or proactively identify risks and reach out to our populations. What they can do is offer clinical interventions as well as provide or recommend some wellness type programs that might be a good option for them. But the key is to help the member take control of their own personal healthcare experience or their family experience and be able to navigate through the system and make the best choice for them.
And if you pick the right plan, there are even some financial incentives that go along with those plans, right?
Yeah, you got it. So many programs actually offer financial incentives. Many employer-sponsored plans might provide financial incentives for taking a healthcare questionnaire, perhaps avoiding nicotine, going through an exercise program, and even the Medicare programs that are out there will often cover costs like gym memberships as well as other wellness programs as well. And I should mention, uhcopenenrollment.com is a great site to help people navigate and identify those best choices for them.
This is sort of an out-of-the-box question, but I always wonder, if you have two working people, does it always make sense to just choose one person's benefits and be on a family plan? Or does it sometimes make sense to separate, even if you're married, and have one on one and one on the other?
Yeah, so it's a great question, too, because it really is driven by how the employer has the benefits set up in an employer-sponsored plan. So the best recommendation is for that family to sit down for an hour, each of them look at their benefit guides, identify how their coverage is going to be set up, and then make decisions that way. Sometimes employer programs are set up to identify ways that are best for their own employee rather than looking at the entire family structure. So best thing to do is sit down with all the material and work through it together.
All right, give us that website again, because it's super important for people to get on board.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. So it's called uhcopenenrollment.com, and it has great video and material available to help folks make those best choices.
All right, thank
Paul,
you.
thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.